Summerboard. So I posted session 1, my first battery, which was a bit of a struggle, but it was enjoyable still. Didn't get hurt or anything like that. I posted session 2, really started to get the feel for it. You know, that snowboard feel really started to come in, and yeah, it was really good, got pumped. I've had about half a dozen batteries since then, and I've had a few issues. So first issue was the remote. Now the remote just all of a sudden stopped charging and wouldn't turn on. I got onto them, they said, yep, no worries, we'll send you a remote straight out, all good. So I've since found out that the remotes don't have a low voltage cutoff in them, and they run the battery completely dead if you leave them on. So if you have one of these, make sure you always plug it in straight after you ride it, charge it all the way back up. Keep it charged up and you'll be right, but they do have new firmware out to fix the issue of that. So I thought, oh well, since I'm getting one under warranty, I'll pull this apart now, knowing that that's not going to void my warranty or anything like that. So I pulled it apart, pulled the battery out. It was really low, but I was able to charge it back up. It's not puffed or anything, so I charged it back up and it got me going again. It's not ideal, but hey, I was back on the board. All right, so next is I went to go for a ride and the board wouldn't turn on. I was like, oh shit, here we go. It worked fine last time I put it away, charged it, all the rest of it. The board wouldn't turn on. I tried for about 5 minutes just trying to turn it on, and it just would not turn on. I popped the battery out. Can pop the battery straight out the top of these. A little bit tricky, but not too bad. Pop the battery out, put it back on, tried for another 5 minutes or so, and all of a sudden it just come to life. Didn't do anything different, just decided to work. So I thought, awesome, jump on it, had a session, and then went to turn it off, wouldn't turn off then. So it's like my power button. Sometimes I can get it to turn off, but other times I've just got to leave it on, which isn't ideal. So one other problem I've had as well is, it's a bit hard to see at this angle, but the pulley, see that wobble? The wheel shaft is bent. And also if you listen to that bearing, it's already shot as well in the other end. So the pulley on this side, this shaft is bent, and I get the wobble in the pulley, and the bearing on this side sounds dry and completely shot. So we're not off to a great start, but hey, so far they've been really good. They've been answering my email straight away, sent out the remote, you know, no real questions asked. They want a video of this, so I pulled this apart and had a look and sent them the video. Now the next issue is I've noticed that my motor shaft is also bent. So I don't know how that's happened. You know, I don't know if a rock's got jammed in there and pulled a lot of tension on both the shafts. It doesn't look like anything's been hit. Nothing's got jammed up. I don't know what's going on. So motor shaft is now bent as well. You probably, you know, it's a bit hard to see without setting the camera up properly and stuff like that, but I've sent them all the video so they can see it. So now it's just a waiting game of seeing what they come back to me with. So, you know, whether they say that's too bad, that you may have got a rock in there, that's not really their fault. Both of these shafts seem really weak, if that's the case. I've got so many other electric boards, and I've used so many different belt systems with big pulleys and small pulleys, different belts like for street and AT and all that sort of stuff. I've had sticks and rocks and all sorts of stuff jam in them over the years, and I've never seen something happen like this that, you know, that I didn't even notice happen. So it'd be interesting to see what happens from here. Won't turn on and off properly, and also shot bearing and bent shafts. Yeah, so I've got a bunch of clips from the last 6 sessions or so. So yeah, I'll play them now and let me know what you think. Cheers. Alright, it's pretty windy out here, but there's a couple of little curbs here, so I'm going to try and jump down them. Just get that first step of trying to get the board, you know, off the ground. Almost got a first try, we'll go again. Should you buy a Summerboard? Well, that's completely up to you. I'm still glad that I've purchased it, even though I've had a few dramas now. They've been working with me so far, so hopefully that keeps up. They can get me back on the board as quick as possible, and I can go from there. But yeah, you can see I'm definitely loving it. So fingers crossed they sort me out and I'll be back on the board in no time. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Until next time.